Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Challenges, an educational monster train series where we try to push score on the daily leaderboards. I'm going to be honest with you, this one looks like a lot of fun. I don't actually know offhand what the optimal strategy is going to be in order to maximize score here, but just at a glance, this looks like a lot of fun. We are Primordium with Wurmkin, specifically Exile Wurmkin, so we have Echo Breaks. Pretty good, right? You have pings and you have Primordium. Fantastic. Hashtag Blessed is your first mutator here, and this is actually, in my opinion, the most fun mutator in the game. I just really love having huge walls of relics, and it does really silly stuff too. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to this. Then you get Strike Hard. All units get multi-strike. This means Superfood Primordium, if we can find it, will be providing multi-strike on Eaton, which is amazing. So maybe we don't see multi-strike, or maybe Superfood specifically, right? Maybe we miss that entirely. It's very possible. The scores are, I'll be honest, pretty middling here. And I suspect a lot of it is because note how many of these are like 57Ks. These are really low scoring for something like this. I think a big part of this is that being a little too aggressive in Pact Shards may kill you, because all units getting multi-strike 1 means the Divinity sweeping is doing, what, like 42 damage or something at 300 Pact Shards? So it's actually very likely we may lose if we push too many Pact Shards, which is a very, very interesting piece of intel, right? Think about this. A lot of these 57K scores are wins, but if we move on, notice how there's a lot of top 20s that are losses. These are almost certainly not answering that Divinity challenge correctly. So this is going to be an interesting and tough one. This is coupled with, note how these are generally very positive modifiers we've seen so far. Hashtag Blessed is exclusively incredible, and Strike Hard benefits us as well, even if it also benefits enemies. The negative downside we get as a result of this, small hands, -2 cards per turn, is crippling. We are drawing 3 cards a turn in the early game. It is brutal. This also means we literally must take card draw from every boss, okay? Because the way you should look at your card draw in Monster Train is how many turns does it take you to draw your whole deck? This differs from other card games in that other card games oftentimes encourage you to make very large decks and improve consistency and draw cards, right? Things like, great example is in Slay the Spire, there is a silent card called Acrobatics. Draw 4, discard 1. That is a huge card draw power, right? Backflip. It gives you draw 2 and block. There's a lot of things in Slay the Spire that encourage you to draw faster. Monster Train has very few of those cards. You've got, what, Awoken's Rail Spike, and then a couple tutors is basically it. Okay, and Deep Offering I would add in that list too. But Deep Offering, of course, also is penalizing you by discarding everything to draw 5. So, you don't get the same benefit as something like Acrobatics from Slay the Spire. I bring this up not to belabor the point or talk about another game, but to say that your goal is to shrink your deck to the point where you draw consistently with the things you want to play. It's very different. And because also, again, in Monster Train, removals are very common. So this all couples together to mean that drawing 3 cards a turn is utterly crippling. And if you add 1 card draw to that, you reduce your time to draw on a specific card substantially. The math works out in your favor by taking card draw so much so that taking anything else is awful. Like this would be a run where even if they showed me like Lodestone Totem, let's say I was playing this normally and not hunting for score. Lodestone Totem is way too slow generally in a daily, but if I were playing like Covenant 25 with this mutator, I think that you'd be focused. You say I couldn't take Lodestone Totem, literally wouldn't be able to because it has the Ember tax associated with it. Can't afford that. Need card draw. Too important. Ignoring, of course, some of the other downsides like, do I play enough cards in a turn to even incan something down to 0, etc., etc. But anyway, this is a very interesting mutator because I think this is extraordinarily punishing, which is interesting. So And we'll see what we get from here. So I don't have much else to add. A very interesting kind of opener. Our previous run was pretty cool. We had a number 7 placement, which was nice. Draft into Paraffin Enforcer with a Hallowed Halls play. Some Ring 5 Insanity that took me 1,000,000,000 hours to get through. Not fun. Hopefully we don't suffer anything nearly as bad this time around. But yeah, that's all I've got. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's make it happen. Let's play some Monster Train. Let's do it. Clicking the button. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. Nothing too exciting to report. It is a weekend for me. Wonderful news. I mean, you know what day it is. I'm recording this the day that it's going up. This is the funny episode where it's actually accurate that I am recording it the day you're seeing it. As opposed to most of my others, which are recorded. For me, I record them right after this, and then you see them over the course of the weeks coming after that. So that's kind of the timing of it all. I don't know if you caught that. I muted myself just now to cough, and while I was coughing, my alarm went off because I forgot I had my alarm on, so I wasn't going to sleep for 1,000,000,000 hours today. So I think I actually muted my alarm and you didn't pick up on it. That's crazy. Anyway, let's play Monster Train. As before, we are Exile Umbra, Exile Wurmkin. It's good. I like it. We have Double Barrel Daedalus, Rage Fell, Chase Seraph, Perils of Production, Bounding Echoes, Cannibalize. These are all good. Bounding Echoes goes away, but it's also good for giving purple to Perils of Production. Magic Shops will be very strong if we hit holdovers here. It's worth noting, even though we have a small deck, I don't think we could get away with like Spell Chain Perils because we're only drawing 2 cards a turn. If you had Spell Chain Perils and then removed enough, you technically don't need holdover, right? Because you draw fast enough. We're going to be suffering from that though. This does also, however, lean into very, very powerful superfood options. And then Cannibalize is also here. You've already seen the mutators. Alright. Cool. Let's see what we get temple-wise. Temples on 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. 5 temples is great. It's good because it means we can be flexible when we take shards, but because this is a daily, I still do want to take as many shards as I reasonably can. I think we might be a little more critical today about what shards we can take, because I think losing is a real possibility. Now maybe we'll find an obvious answer to this that solves the challenge. A good example would be if we end up on a Perils line and we just see Void Binding, we could put an Intrinsic on it, guarantee we see it on turn 1, and survive off of Damage Shield, and then win. That is a good option. There's certainly some challenges, however, so we'll have to see. If we miss those pieces, I could see this being really rough, but there are enough wins on the top of the board that I think it's probably not dire, but we'll see. The dupe on 8 is on the magic side. Sure, nothing fancy. Steel and magic on 7. Steel has a vortex and a cave, very strong. Steel on 6 with cave. Vortex over here is on the removal dupe plus health, very strong side, like that. Trinket shop with money in the middle on 5. Alright. I could see some trinkets being very important. Chain of gems would be awesome here. If we see superfood, of course. Still good, but especially good with superfood. Competes with a magic shop here. So we're only missing 1 steel, 1 magic so far. And then we miss another steel on 4, which means we do get double steals early. Of course, I see it. Magic shop on 4 has an Umbra banner and a vortex. There is a Hellvent competing. Early game, we're seeing Wurmkin banners on magic side on 2 plus horde side on 3. Both steel shops are Umbra banner plus Pyro Remains. A little bit of a bummer on the location of the banners. We still don't like Umbra banners here, but because if we see superfood, we can actually do some pretty crazy stuff with, for instance, Crucible Warden, right? It's enough multi-strike to make this work, so a lot of good options there. Advanced Prototype and Abandoned Antumbra. Advanced Prototype is going to let us live this early game in a meaningful way. I actually think I think Abandoned Antumbra is really good if we end up on like Alloyed Construct or something, right? It's actually a difficult decision. I do think Advanced Prototype might be required for us to go a little aggressive on Pact Shards, though. So I'm going to take this. I could see arguments both ways. It's a great example of if you know what's coming up, like if you, for instance, play, a lot of people on the daily leaderboards play a run, and then somehow they purge their save file, and then knowing what's coming, they replay the run. And now I know that not everyone does that, but it's very obvious that some people do, because there's like, it's obvious. Like you can very clearly tell when that happens in the results, in my opinion. And when you do that, people start making weird decisions that normally don't make any sense, but then there's a big payout for it in like 3 rings or something, you know? In those instances, you might argue that like Abandoned Umbra might have a big payout here. I don't know. I think Advanced Prototype is correct. Take this money. Give me Superfood. Okay, we see Superfood. It's nuts. Alright, it's in the opener. So we're really bloody strong. I'm looking for any way to absolutely crush this run. We take the trial, not a problem. Okay. Right. We get 3 We're probably not going to play bottom floor. Let me just be real with you. Doesn't seem possible. Okay. Am I going to play Perils? No. That would be rough. No, it's not worth it. I think we kind of... Yeah, alright. Sure, bud. I think we're gonna just... I think we lose the Collector? I don't see any world... You might be able to replay this and... No, you die on mid-floor here or take 1 billion damage. I think Cannibalize is a mistake here. We lose the Collector. I don't know how else you play this, right? Okay. Plink middle. Thank goodness, Plink. Alright. We might get a bottom floor killed, actually, thanks to these Train Stewards. That's pretty good. Ooh, we're close. If I ping out... Yeah, alright, we actually do get a bottom floor here. We just give up the Collector to do it. Incredible. I mean, that's the payout of Advanced Prototype, right? Very, very strong here. Awesome, in fact. So the only thing we really missed here was the Collector, which is a bummer, but fine. I'll take Decayed Decoy. It's early enough, you never know. I think it's gotta be Prismal Dust, right? I don't think there's really a choice here. I'm gonna need this for Divinity or something. Yeah, I think so. Proclamation is purple. Bogfly? Nah. Shelter. Proclamation, probably. This is a good tenon-piercing target. Very strong spell. I just generally think it's gonna be good. Sure. This is a really weird question. Because we have Superfood. There's actually a lot of good options on Umbra Banner as a result of the Superfood. Right, the Crucible Friends are both actually quite good, hitting that many times. Wurmkin Banner is exceptional, but Merchant of Magic... I mean, Merchant of Magic's pretty good, right? I could do Wurmkin Banner here and then go Steel Shop there. I think the Wurmkin Banner is better. The rare units are better. Well, some of them anyway. I mean, Glareminder would be awesome here. I also think that... What else? Bogworm would be spicy. I don't actually know if we could hatch fast enough to make that functional. Keeper is excellent. Shard Soul Carver is excellent. What else? Eggs? Eggs, I think we could hatch the normal eggs. I think the Wurmkin Banner is better here, if I'm being honest. We have multi-strike already thanks to Superfood Primordium, so Umbra Banner is fine, but if you end up with like Morsel Master, Morsel Maker here, you're having a really bad day. And then you have to, if you don't have a unit draft here, you have to skip the second Steel Shop anyway. So I think practically I'm going to go for this Wurmkin Banner. I also think Holdover is really good here, so we'll look. Permafrost... Temple today says plus 30 in Intrinsic. Intrinsic is big. We need to plan around that. Gosh, they really did give me the 2 worst ones, didn't they? It's never Kinhost Carapace, is it? That just seems so bad. Kinhost Vessel, maybe? Ugh, it's not what I wanted. I need to take something. It might be Kinhost Carapace, just to not lose the early game. Might be. I don't think this Kinos Vessel was one of the only units I was looking at here and thinking this is not going to be functional. At least Kinhost Carapace. Man, am I going to take Kinhost Carapace? Have I already ruined my run by going to the right here? Is it just bad luck on my part? Just terrible luck? I had really good chances of seeing a really strong option here. Keeper, Carver, Bog Egg. I mean, that's 3 really good picks. Left was what? Alloyed Construct and Warden? And Collector was tolerable. The rest are all garbage. I mean, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to take the Kinhost Carapace because it's the least likely to get me killed right now. I think. And if we see a Bog Chrysalis, we could... Man, Endless Egg is so slow. I don't really want to go in on Endless Egg here. Hopefully we get, I don't know, a holdover to offset this. That would be nice at least. I don't know about this. That's a bit bummer. I'm going to take the plus 30 in Proclamation. That's at least nice. And the Intrinsic, I think, literally must be Prismal Dust right now. Because Superfood and this offsets a very dangerous late game situation. This immediately answers a number of our problems. Infusion-wise, I am going to do Train Steward. We're going to play aggro. Gosh, it's dangerous, but I'm not gonna mess around. I'm gonna do things like -1/+10 Echo Break here. I think this is just necessary to live. The Permafrost is not helpful here right now. No. Reroll that. Come on, I missed on this too. It's a real bummer. Alright, well we're gonna invest -1/+10s on Echo Breaks because I think I need to. I could buy a removal here, but I need money for this steel shop. And gosh, Kinhost Carapace is so not it. I think I lost the gamble here. Man, I think I lost the gamble on Ring 2, right? It's just all about what these banners had. It's a bummer. I considered removing there, but okay, unit draft. We're taking this. Please, give me something functional. I was worried we might not see it. Now, bottom floor, I don't, okay. Think about this. He's not clearing anything. We leak all this stuff. I'm going to take a bunch of damage. Maybe I roll my... I could have... You know, there's a world I think you buy the Permafrost for Proclamation just to absolutely Shadow Realm this boss. That's certainly an option. Although I think he ends up with a tank in front of him on this particular combat that we rolled. Penitent. No, there's 2 guys in the back. So actually you could have Shadow Realmed him that way. It's a different roll. It's the Conduits that has the Spike Man in front. So, well, we'll see. Math. Think about this. 10/2. I get some health. He's taking what? He auto dies on this turn unless I put the Prismal Dust in front. I don't think we can do that. I think mid-floor? I think we could get away with mid-floor here, right? Maybe? I can face tank with an Anti-Umbra Morsel. That helps, right? That certainly helps. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. We're gonna leak this anyway, aren't we? Pretty likely. Yeah, it's pretty likely, isn't it? Ugh, the sap there is a big bummer. Them all getting upgraded. The sap getting multi-strike is rough. I'm going to leak so much damage here, and the sap is brutalizing me with these upgrades. We're going to try this round on top floor. I think that's too punishing for us to survive. Yeah, I think so. Now, there's an argument where I don't play Kinhost Carapace at all, and I literally just throw him away, or play him later. And we try to, what, triple Prismal Dust? And then we played. I mean, is this right? Knowing the draw order gives me a Train Steward in 2 turns? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we need Kinhost Carapace to chow down a little bit here. Okay. Now, oof, I am going to plink still. I think that's right. Work on this back fellow a bit. I mean, it's all so bad. I think you put the train steward in front because at least this spreads it out and kills a guy. We take 6. Okay. Oof, man. I don't know. This poor train steward in front eats absolute dirt. We're taking 20 here, and I'm literally drawing nothing. I don't know. Do we win? We don't even win? Oh, no. Oh no. Do I lose on ring 2? No. No. It's such a terrible roll. Okay, so how do I make this work? Is Kinhost Carapace wrong? I guess I underestimated this particular combat, right? I mean, the Kinhost Vessel would have been worse, just objectively so. But getting double Reconciler upgrades, actually, like, these Pact Shards may have killed me this early, right? I'm going to try this. We're going to have to experiment with this option. I think it might be over, though, right? I'm going to put the Antumbra morsel in front upstairs. I think it's necessary. We're going to ping downstairs because I never kill this guy in middle, right? Okay. He does get some sap pushed through. Not a fan of that. I mean, we lose, right? We just straight up pass away here. There's no way. This floor completely mauls me. And then I never draw anything. Wow, okay. Alright. Alright, yeah, we're Dunskies. There's no chance. I draw, what, like a plink here and it's over. 96 damage. It's not enough to win. And then we super lose there. So that option is dead. Is it really this over? Am I going to put up like a 10-minute video of me just losing on ring 2? Can I sneak through this? Is there a world I can do this? The reconcilers are simply too devastating. Bottom floor. So what if we sack Kinhost Carapace here? Right? 2-2, 3-3. Put this in the back. Sack this. Play this bottom. Let him die. And the problem is I think this kills Primordium. It does. Oh, but wait. We can get the morsel first. Ah, but the pings get me. Okay, so no. We can't play bottom. It's physically not possible. I think this is actually over already. Grossly underestimated a lot of factors here. Also, yeah, I think we're dead. We have so few options. I can't think of any solution. Well, alright, heck. The 30-minute loss. This is one of those runs that makes me debate even uploading the video. Is this good content? I don't think so. But the alternative is I don't have a video for the day, which is a bit of a bummer. How do we approach this? How? What tricks can I play? What tricks can be played? I'm gonna go for mid-floor here and not play the Kinhost. We do plink upstairs so I can have something middle. Then I'm gonna work on the bottom floor fellow. Okay. We finally get a train steward coming through, which is something. It's the only train steward I have, but now unfortunately he's gonna get brutalized here, right? He gets completely mauled. and there's no real option to, no recourse here. 7 sap, he's out. We're passing sap on. Yeah, I think we're done. 16 damage. Okay. Well. Alright. I mean, there's your daily. I've tried all the options, I think. There's only so many options that you get with 3-card draw. Here I was very excited about the run. Immediately killed myself. Alright, well, I guess that's a video of Monster Train. I don't know what else to suggest. So, well, alright. I have no other notes. What did I have to do to realize that I was woefully losing that is, one, just be better at the game. I think that is like, this episode is a great example of how low my familiarity is with the daily modifiers, to an extent that I could not measure my strength there. I did not imagine reconcilers being that dangerous, right? Like, obviously 60 shards, too much. I needed to not take those shards, seeing the units that I got. I overestimated the value of Primordium's multi-strike passing on because I underestimated getting double sapped repeatedly. That made it so I was unable to actually beat the boss. And the armor trial, honestly, the armor trial didn't kill me, believe it or not. It only would have resulted in me being able to kill 1 unit. So, because those guys have 2 health, and so the single plink I draw on turn 4 wasn't going to solve the guys behind the boss. The curses were bogging me down to the point I could not play anything. I did not recognize that danger. So, I never even drew the big plus 30 spell because I couldn't. Wow, that's brutal. What else can I talk through here? So I needed to not take Pact Shards pretty much at all in order to survive that. And but most importantly, I needed to anticipate the reconcilers being a problem. That is not something, I normally don't give them that much time of day, right? They slow you down a little bit, but your most important stuff, you figure it out. I'm also never playing really normal runs at 60 Pact Shards on Ring 2, unless I must. Train wrecks only, pretty much. So, yeah, that's tough. Is there anything else? I've played all the options. I was thinking about going back in, but no, I could spend time here, but it's not helpful. There are only so many plays. I've tried bottom, failure. Obviously, you lose Primordium turn 2, cannot win, no chance. Don't even draw cards, right? It's just curses every turn, and then you lose. So, okay. Mid-floor, nope, that falls apart too. We tried that multiple different ways. Tried it with and without Kinhost Carapace, which is really the only knob I have to turn there. I tried top floor with and without Kinhost Carapace. Yeah, alright. I mean, yeah, that's it. What else is there? What else is there? Is there another option? There might be. Wait a second. There's only one possibility I didn't try here, which is it's Kinhost Carapace, but I sack Kinhost Carapace and play turn 2 Train Steward, right? So I'm going to put the damage in front because I don't think it actually matters on the guys in back ever. We're never drawing something meaningful here. So we're going to shoot there, play it out, fine. Now here you get the single Train Steward. You sack Kinhost as a tank, and we put Mr. 10x3 in the back here. And we eat dirt on these guys, right? Completely eat dirt. But the big important thing is we have 30 health in front. And the hope is that this 30 health maybe gets me there. No, not a chance. Okay. This version, the previous version had me putting the Train Steward in front to tank. I was like, well, maybe Train Steward does better, but but he doesn't hold on to his damage shield. And this guy's hitting twice. Nah, yeah, we're outies. Yeah, the curses. There's just nothing. Alright, well, yeah, I'm going to let you go there. I've got nothing else for you. This is all the attempts I can do. Half an hour video, me losing on Ring 2, incredible news. I will... Gosh, I guess I'll let you go there. Maybe I guess I'll upload it. I guess so. Well, hopefully you enjoyed watching me struggle on a daily challenge for 30 minutes today. Gosh, that's such a bummer. Alright, well, hey. I guess, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't like the video. I wouldn't comment on the video except to make fun of me, and I certainly wouldn't subscribe to me after seeing this run, so that's a bit of a bummer. But all the same, I don't have anything else, so I guess thanks for surviving this long of the video if you watched this far. I still appreciate your time, that's certainly true. Don't like the video. I'm not going to do my normal intro. Now, this is a rough one. Dislike this video. I'm going to dislike my own video here. Gosh. And yeah, I hope every run of Monster Train other than this will be better, okay? I promise you that much. So, anyway, take care, y'all. Woof, that's so bad. I guess that's the breaks. That's how it is. All right, take care.